Hello there, Leo, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're doing your January 2022 tarot reading. This is a general reading, and Happy New Year to you. It's so exciting. I feel like the energies for this year are just really positive, really nice feeling. We're going to take a look at the overall energies for you in the month of January, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. Okay, let's jump in. Now, these cards, interesting. We're going to shuffle again. They're kind of, there we go. All right, they just need a little more shuffling. Okay, so let's see what your animal spirit is for January. What do we have here for Leo? Giraffe spirit. Okay, that's so interesting because Sag had this same energy. This is an energy of really taking a look, staying focused on what the big picture is for you. We'll get into the tarot to see how this might play out for you. But you may, we're at the beginning of the year. I feel like you may be, this is a little different than Sag. I feel like you may be thinking about where you would like to go. Where their reading was more about they knew where they wanted to go, but they were losing focus. Yours is a little bit more about, can I see? It's almost like you want a crystal ball reading. Where am I going? I'm not really sure. Mary Sue, can you tell me where am I going? Trying to look over the trees. What's that saying? Not being able to see the forest through the trees, something like that. I feel like you don't have the clarity, almost like you're fogged in. Okay, so let's go to the tarot. Let's see what we have here. So your present energy, 2 of Wands. Yeah, you're trying to decide, hey, what path should I go on? You may even have 2 options, to job offers, to relationships, to ways to go in your life. And you're kind of like, well, okay, how are they going to play out? Can you give me a glimpse of what's on down each of those paths? I'm not sure I want to decide without knowing what is, the end result of either. Okay, so the message I'm getting is not to worry. There is no wrong path. The lessons that you're here to learn, the experiences you are here to experience, the adventures, the journey, the part of the journey is that you will get those. You just may get them in a different way. So if you're trying to, I feel like you are trying to make a decision and you're just not sure which way to go, which path to choose. Really interesting. It's kind of like, like trying to choose which school to go to or which job. I'm feeling like which job, which career. It's kind of like a big picture. I don't think this is like what shoes should I buy? I think it's something bigger. Like it could be, which city should I live in? Which house should I buy? But I feel like it's bigger than house. I feel like it's more like city or even country. So let's see what your obstacle is. 3 of Swords. You're trying to make a choice. You're trying to make a choice to prevent heartache. So, in other words, it's like you're trying to play it safe. You're trying to keep yourself from heartache, from disappointment. So it's almost like you're selling yourself short. You're not going to get something really big and lofty, okay? Because you're choosing more out of fear than out of this positive energy of, I'm going to go for it. Really interesting. Yeah, you have this Knight of Swords on the bottom. It's kind of like you don't want, it's almost as if you don't want to make a decision because you don't want to make the wrong one, so you're not making a decision, so then you're just not going anywhere. Right? You're just staying where you are, whatever that, is. And you're just fearful of making I get the sense that you're afraid of making the wrong decision. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Okay, so with the Nine of Wands, what they're telling me is that this has been a long journey. You may have had a lot of disappointments along the way. So you're attributing it to choices that you've made. I made this choice, I got this heartache. Okay, so then I made this choice and I got this heartache. And then I made this third choice and I got this heartache. But what you're not recognizing is that all of this heartache or disappointment was actually on your path. Not necessarily, it would have been, what they're telling me is, you still would have had to learn those lessons, go through those trials and tribulations, okay? No matter what path you chose. So it didn't matter if you chose path A or B, you were still going to be disappointed in some way. There's a lesson for you to be learning out of these disappointments. You don't see it yet, Leo, but what they want you to know is that you have persevered. And with the Nine of Wands, it's this energy of the sun is about to rise, right? You're at the dawn. You're at the dawn of a new day. You have persevered. You have learned these lessons. You have gone through these trials and tribulations. But it was all in order to line you up for something grand, something big. And right now, what you don't see is how all of this was connected and bringing something wonderful on your path. You don't see that because you're still kind of in this energy, right? Because it's like, oh my goodness, I cannot get a break. It's that feeling of I cannot get a break. It doesn't matter which way I turn. I turn left, I get a heartache. I turn right, I get disappointment. I go straight, I get both. It's that energy of I just can't get a break. And they're like, yeah, but look at how much you've progressed. Look at how far you've come. Look at how much perseverance you have, how much inner strength you have. Look at all of the independence, the freedom that maybe you have had to gain in order to get through all of this. Think of the new skills, the new traits, the new, deeper spirituality. New people that have come onto your path because you've had to persevere through this. It's like you don't see the big picture right now, but what Spirit wants you to know is that very soon you are going to be through this. You're going to be resting. That the angels, your spirit guides, you see the feathers all around, they're with you. They're helping you. They're guiding you. They know that you're really close to the finish line with this and that there are wonderful things coming your way. That all of this was, sometimes it's about gratitude. You may have said, oh, I'll choose that house. And then you find out it has bad plumbing and then you have to replace all the plumbing. Disappointment, right? It doesn't have to be things completely taken away from you. It's just kind of like, well, I chose this and then that happened. And you're kind of seeing that. But what you don't understand is that part of it is being grateful for even the things that came on your path that seemed to be a dark cloud. There was a silver lining there, that you're learning that there's a silver lining. Yeah, and King of Pentacles on the bottom. Lots of financial stability coming your way. For some of you, you may feel like, this could be financial. I got a flat, I drove to Grandma's house for the holidays and I got a flat tire. On the way home, I decided to go this way and then, a deer ran out into the middle of the road and I had an accident. Something like that. It's kind of like you just feel like you can't persevere, but there's new inspiration. There's new inspiration to revive your energy. I think it's really about taking a look at, oh my gosh, the sun. Look at this. I had the King of Pentacles and I was feeling like it was about money. It's coming. This is joy. This is abundance. This is shining your light. Just everything coming to you. Money, joy, happiness, love. It's also a sense of being recognized. For some of you, I feel like you have been through a lot of trials and tribulations, that you are going to be recognized, that you did not give up, that you persevered, that you saw something to the end, and now you can stand in the glory of that. Really, for some of you, this could have been a health situation that, has really been a long struggle for you, or perhaps trying to overcome an addiction, or even a family member with an addiction or something. It could be, maybe it's not just your journey, it's the journey of, somebody that's close to you. But you're so close to the end. When I said the Nine of Wands, the sun is about to rise in the horizon. You're at the dawn of a new day. All right, well, the new day is shining. It's so lovely. It's such a lovely energy. Nine of Cups. Yeah, what you've been wishing for is going to come true. Really interesting, because I feel as if you really, Nine of Swords on the bottom. I think you have a lot of anxiety about this situation, and it's going to resonate different for different people. But there is something here to be gained, and it's going to be beautiful. All right, so let's see. We're going to clarify. Yeah, you're attached. Okay, so the Hermit is about going within, learning the lessons. You're gaining wisdom going through this. The issue here is that you have been attached to a certain outcome. And that's what bringing in all this disappointment. Driving to grandma's house, you had this vision of this, nice drive, sunny day. You got a flat tire, then a thunderstorm. It's kind of like, see the bigger picture. What was the bigger picture? It was about spending time with grandma. It's that kind of getting clarity that the universe is going to bring me. I can manifest. I can say to the universe what it is that I want, but I can't always control exactly how it comes or when it comes, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune is the blessings being, showered upon you. Well, they're coming. It's just you want it now, and it's not long down the road. It's coming. It's in your reading. This is your January reading. And you're getting the clarity about that, about how, waiting, patience, trusting the universe, surrendering to the journey, understanding that things don't always work out exactly the way that you want them to, but when they work out, they're going to be every bit as good, if not better, than you ever envisioned. So let's see what we have here. Wow. Woo. Page of Wands. Getting inspiration. You really are trying to step into a new world. This is your energy. That's, this is what you're resisting because of fear of disappointment. It's almost as if you're not dreaming big enough. Look at this. You have the World card, the Empress, and the Ace of Cups. It could have something to do with love, right? And you're like, well, I don't want to get back into a relationship. You may be dating, but then they fizzle out. and you're kind of like, yeah, well, remember that one time? I actually fell for that person and they really hurt me. So I'm going to resist that coming into my life again. It's about your fear of something not coming in. You're attached to a certain outcome. It's kind of like, let's go back to dating. Say you're like, well, I only want to date brunettes. I only want to be with a brunette, right? And then say a blonde comes along your path and you're like, nope, it has to be a brunette. But what you don't realize is that, maybe you're doing that because in the past a blonde really hurt you, right? So you're like, okay, no more blondes, only brunettes. But your fear is preventing you from perhaps meeting somebody that has blonde hair or dark hair or red hair or gray hair, right? Or purple or green hair, right? It's kind of like you are putting out to the universe something and you're not accepting, you're not even looking at anything that doesn't meet some super stubborn criteria, right? So what you're missing is all of this loveliness, and it's based on a fear. So take a look at that. What is it that you're afraid of? I'm sure it has nothing to do with hair color, right? But if you're not having the wheel turn for you, take a look at what you're afraid of. What you're preventing from coming in because of some fear. It sometimes is we don't feel like we're worthy of having our dreams come true, right? We have the Three of Cups here. There's something that you really are going to be celebrating. Really interesting. It's something about shifting your perspective. So let's see. 9 of Wands. We have 8 of Wands. The 9 of Wands again. Yeah. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups wants to come in. We have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups both on the bottom. They're in your energy field. You are blocking them. You're blocking the action. You're blocking. 9 of Wands twice. You're blocking it from coming in. It could be that you just don't feel like it can happen for you. Like this is a lofty thing and you feel like it just cannot happen for me. You're blocking this action, and it's once again all because of fear. Fear of being disappointed. Fear of failure. Like if this is like a business thing or, maybe even, I don't know, I'm getting this kind of like a hiking thing. Like, some people like to hike the Appalachian Mountains, or something like that. Like if there's a lofty goal, especially something big, right? And it's kind of like, I can never do that. I can never do that. I really want to. And you may even tell your friends, oh yeah, I'm training to do that or something. But in the back of your mind, you're kind of almost self-sabotaging yourself because you're so afraid you're not going to be able to do this, that you're going to fail at it or you're not worthy of it. And so you're not allowing it to come in. It's almost like boggles your mind that you could actually have this, and yet you are. if you allow it to come in, it wants to come in. Knight of Cups, 4 of Cups, King of Pentacles. Putting down the burdens, putting down the burden of feeling like it has to come in a specific way, in a specific time, with a specific hair color, right? Putting down the expectations that it has to be in a specific way, and just allowing the Knight of Cups to me is expressing your love, your gratitude for what you do have in your life, and to the universe. I trust you. I know this is going to come. I can feel it. Getting into your heart space about this. Moving away from the discontented feeling. And, it's a kind of like this feeling of, well, the universe has forgotten me, because she's focusing on these three bowls that have, or three cups that have spilled. She doesn't realize here's the hand of the universe bringing in what it is that she really wants. Bringing in this love, bringing in this money. King of Pentacles is wealth. I really feel like this is very much of a general reading, in that I can see it being a love that you're hoping to bring in, whether it could be that you really feel like it has to be this specific person, like a specific person, not just with the hair color, but a specific person. And what you're realizing is that that person really isn't your Nine of Cups. Focusing on, I want somebody that can express their love, that is stable and grounded, and not worrying about the meat suit that the person is wearing, right? Kind of like looking at the traits of the person instead of how they look. And I don't know why they keep bringing me back to that, but that might be a message for somebody. Or, looking at, if it's about a business, looking at how, what you are putting out into the world, what you are expressing to the world, and whatever you are creating or producing or putting out, how it is helping the world, how it is helping your clients or your students, or whoever you are, selling to or trying to help with your product or whatever. It's about understanding that when you step into that energy of positivity, of loving what it is that you're putting out there and loving what is coming to you, right? And being grateful what is coming to you. You just get a lot more of it with the King of Pentacles. It just like starts showering down upon you. When you start looking for the joy in your life, you get more joy. When you start looking for all of the abundance in your life, you get more abundance. When you start looking for all the love in your life, you get more love. It doesn't matter what it is, the fashion that it comes in. This is a big lesson. This is like, a 5D lesson. Love what is in front of you and look at the bigger picture. See how this is all connected. There is something about how it's connected, because you've had to have a lot of perseverance to get through this. But once you do, it's kind of like the lesson that you have learned here is, yeah, the universe does have my back. The universe really does love me. They didn't forget about me. Not only did I get what I was wishing for, I got, where is it? I got the 10 of Cups too, right? I can't find my 10 of Cups. I got an extra cup. I got an extra cup. I got 10 cups. I asked for 9 and I got 10 because I really trusted in the universe. Really lovely, lovely energy here, Leo. I'm really excited for you. And I know some of you may be feeling frustrated right now, but it's about being grateful for what you have. It really is. Really nice. Okay, so let's see what your cosmic... Oh my gosh, look at this. This is so big. I'm getting the message that this is a big lesson for you. It's kind of like something that's really going to change not just your mind or your life. It's change the way that you see how the universe works. It's a much bigger picture that you're going to have when you get to this. When you get to the sun will rise. The sun is about to rise for you. Well, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. I'm so excited for you. This is such a lovely reading. And I do wish you much light and love in this situation and in all of your situations. Happy New Year. And if you did resonate with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.